Rabbonim of yesteryear, and we're on Chav Bet of the 22nd of Av. It's going to be the Hilula of Harishon Lציון, a really great rabbi, chief rabbi of Jerusalem. His name was Rabbi Bechor Miuchas Rafael, Zecher Tzadik Livracha. He was actually born in Jerusalem in the year 1695 and passed away in English year 1771. Unfortunately, when he was only 3 years of age, his father passed away in the year 1698, and the family went to move to his grandfather's house at the time, who also was a great rabbi, Rabbi Abraham Moshe Miuchas, and his grandmother's name was Rabbinit Raina Konfarada, it happened to be. And afterwards, I believe they actually, after they passed away at a later stage, they actually went to I believe, another family's house, Chacham Moshe Bechor Miuchas, after that stage in time. So it's actually interesting. He would obviously learn great amounts of Torah at a young age. He would actually get married at the end to the daughter of Rabbi Chaim Mordechai Zevi, who happened to be a great rabbi. I believe this was in the year 1722. So he was approximately around 27, 28 years of age at that point in time. And he was sent to Kushta. I think that's modern day Istanbul, as we know, in Turkey, respectively, over there. And I think it was very much to strengthen the community there and give a chizuk with regards to, I think it was Shluchei Rabbanan actually coming from Jerusalem, respectively, over there. And very much he did strengthen the communities over there, because we've spoken about it before. The position of a Shluchei Rabbanan was to actually mitchazek the people over there, very much to improve the stature of the Torah communities, respectively, and that's very much what he did in Turkey. I think at that point in time, in Turkey itself, also they were suffering from high-level taxes from the governor. I think the governor at the time was Yosef Faha, and they were causing a lot of problems there at the time, so he was there to mediate. Now, he was coming in as from a rabbinic figure, and a miracle actually occurred on the way back to Kushta to Jerusalem, from Kushta to Jerusalem, and I think it's very well documented. This story did happen, actually occurred over there. This, I think, actually occurred when he was on his way to Alexandria, respectively. So what happened was, let's recollect this incredible story over here, friends, that on his way from Kushta to Jerusalem, he passed through Alexandria, and on his way back to the country, he passed through the Sinai. Obviously, naturally, that was in Egypt. And over there, he encountered various different Bedouins over there who took all his possessions. And in fact, they even killed his donkey. And they actually even tried to assassinate the great Chacham Bechor, Rafael. However, a miracle actually was performed for him, and they did not succeed, thankfully. And the bandits themselves actually returned all his property to him and sent him back over there, which was a famous story, actually, very much repeated over in many, many different places. I think there's actually a kid's book, actually, which relates over various different Torah studies at that point in time. And it's very much featured in those books also. And so Rabbi Bechor Miuchas actually, at that stage in time, obviously with great gratitude, he was able to return in the year 1723 after this incredible miracle actually occurred to him, and they very much celebrated and said thanks to Hashem, to Rabboni Shalom also. And I think it became like a Purim that specific day, because obviously of the great salvation he had, where they had Grandeur Sudat Hodaya over there, where when gratitude happens, when miracle happens, it's proper to make a specific meal to say thanks to Hashem. And reported over there, even read the Megillah on that day itself, which very, very prestigious. I think was actually authored. The specific Megillah actually was written actually from his own hands, if I am not mistaken, also, which is very interesting also. So that became a famous day in of itself. Rabbi Bechor Miuchas Rafael over there, he wrote actually this story of salvation also, and the members of the family actually titled this specific day himself, I say it in Hebrew, Purim di los Meyuchasim over there. That's what they actually pronounce it as. And then it was in the year 1753 where Chacham Bechor Miuchas Rafael came and was, I believe, the Rosh Yeshiva of the Bet Yaakov Preda Yeshiva, if I'm not mistaken also. And I think at that point in time, his brother, Chacham Abraham Bechor Shmuel, also was working very much as a rabbi in that yeshiva itself. And I believe in the year 1756, the great Rabbi Bechor Miוחas Rafael, was chosen to become the Rishon Lציון of Jerusalem, a very, very prestigious position. This is a pinnacle position at that point in time, and it was a position he would actually keep for 15, 16 years till he passed away in the year 1771, naturally on Chaf Bet Av, which is the 22nd of Av over there. He would eventually be buried after passing in the burial plot in Jerusalem. And it's actually interesting, the Chidah, the famous Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azulay, who we've spoken about also before, gave a hesed for him, also, which are very, very speaking about him from the highest praise. And it's actually interesting, also, he wrote various different books, also including the Pri Hadama, which was a very, very great book. I think it was a commentary on the Talmud in of itself. Also, if I'm not mistaken, it was actually printed, I think, between the years 1752 to 1757. It was a commentary, actually, on Maimonides' Mishnah Torah, if I'm not mistaken. He also wrote the Minchat Bikurim. That happened to be actually the commentary of the Talmud, which was, I think, published in Salonika in the year 1752. So that's very interesting enough. So the Pri Hadama was a commentary on the Maimonides of Mishnah Torah, 1752 to 1757, and the commentary on the Gemara itself, respectively, was Minchat Bikurim, printed in the year 1752 also. And he was very much a people's person and had a huge amount of connections to many of the great people over there. It's actually interesting, he had left great descendants, including his son, Rabbi Moshe Yosef Mordechai Meyuchas, also, who I believe lived between the years 1738 till 1805, also became a Rishon Lezion in Jerusalem between the years 1802 to 1805, which is very interesting enough. He himself, his son, would actually be the author of the famous book, the Sha'ar HaMayim, I think, which was printed actually in Salonika in the year 1768, and the Berachot Mayim also printed in Salonika, this time in 1789. He also printed the Mayin Sha'al also, which was printed towards the end of the 18th century in 1799. But be it as it may, it's going to be the Hilula of of the great Chacham over here, of Rabbi, the Rishon Lציון, Rabbi Bechor Miuchas Rafael. So please don't forget to light candles in the great Rabbi's memory. I'm wishing you all a great day. Please subscribe to the channel. We've covered many videos on many of the great Rabbanim of yesteryear, and it's always great to speak about famous Rishon Lציon.